Well, President Biden has pardoned his son Hunter for any crimes he may or may not have committed between, I believe it was January of 2014 to January of 2024. The timing, that 10-year period, kind of important. Hunter Biden joined was receiving payments as of April of 2014 from the Ukrainian natural gas company named Burisma. 2014, obviously, Joe Biden was the vice president at that point, so Burisma was probably thinking, well, let's get his son on the board, and he's going to direct some nice, sweet deals our way. So I think that timing of that probably is why that was put in there, as well as the fact that Trump has talked about wanting to investigate Biden and the Biden family for any potential corruption. And so Hunter Biden was found guilty by a jury trial back in June of this year for illegally possessing a weapon. Several years before that, because apparently he was under the influence pretty deeply of crack cocaine, which there's been, several social media, videos and whatnot released of Hunter Biden using crack cocaine. And then so Biden pardoning him. He's also, I believe, he pled guilty to some tax evasion charges, so all of that stuff will be swept away, and he won't be able to be charged with anything for that 10-year time frame either, which Biden said he wasn't going to do prior. And I think it's just particularly egregious because Biden has been such a champion of the war on drugs, which is a war on people, and he has some type of empathy or understanding for what his son is going through with his battles with substances, right? Particularly crack cocaine. And Biden was one of the proponents of stiffer sentencing laws for crack cocaine as opposed to powder cocaine, which there was definitely some racial implications with that. But again, it's just another example of this is the system as it operates. This is exactly how it's supposed to work. The people with power and privilege are able to use drugs and commit crime in various forms and not face any consequences because they have wealth and power. And in this case, Joe Biden is the president, and his son was out committing or potentially committing various offenses and not facing repercussions because his father's the president. But and this is who he's pardoning, not Leonard Peltier, been rotting away in a prison cell for 45 plus years. They're still members of the Black Panther Party who are incarcerated. There are tons of people who committed so-called nonviolent drug offenses, which obviously the prison system in the United States is filled with disproportionately with black and brown folks, right, who are victims of the war on drugs, the crime bill and stuff that Biden was a champion and an advocate for, and the stiffer sentencing laws, and he supported through the crime bill increasing funding and building more prisons. Jesus Christ. I'm no obviously fan of the carceral system in general, particularly here in the belly of the beast with its white supremacist and capitalist nature. But goddamn, we should not be locking people up for using substances. And that includes Hunter Biden. But then extend that same logic to the people without power and privilege, right? And that's where you see that Biden's understanding and empathy doesn't really extend beyond his own family and his own interest of the kind of Biden legacy, and not wanting to have a, Biden, somebody with the last name Biden serving a prison sentence for that, illegal gun charge. So not surprising, but the hypocrisy abounds. But like I said before, the system is working exactly as it intended to prop up and propel the wealthy elite, those with insane amounts of privilege like the Bidens, while your everyday person who uses drugs and gets caught with a case, they're going to end up doing that time because their material reality is completely different than Hunter or Joe Biden or a Trump or an Obama or a Bush or a Kennedy or what have you. So let me know, what do you think about these pardons down below? And apparently it's the most expansive pardon a president has given since Ford granted Richard Nixon a very, very expensive pardon as well. So let me know what you think down below. Peace.